Let's say that your background picture isn't centered or your privacy settings are out of date. These could be barriers between you and getting your dream job on LinkedIn. Social media strategist Alex Greenwood is here to help us with all of that and, of course, all the tips it takes to create a terrific profile.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me, do I even need LinkedIn, or they think it's just an online resume or something like that. And actually it might come as a big surprise to some people to learn that there's 500 million people on LinkedIn right now.
That's so many. And have you really seen this explode in popularity, maybe going from one group that typically needed it to just expanding everywhere?
I think it used to be the kind of a haven for a lot of white collar workers, professionals, that kind of thing. But now people are finding out that no matter what your job or your career path, LinkedIn has some benefits. So lots of folks from a variety, all walks of life are using LinkedIn to network, learn, and grow.
Okay, and maybe even teen people who are entrepreneurs making slime, can they have a LinkedIn profile too?
I think Kayla needs a slime entrepreneur page right there. I mean, we'll talk. That'd be good.
So, let's talk about some of the basics. What will actually make my LinkedIn profile more effective?
First thing, some really simple stuff. I always try to tell people, make sure you have a good photo. Okay, I'm sure you don't have a problem with that. You have photos of you taken for your job and things like that. So
but it needs to be professional.
But they should. Professional is best, but not everybody can afford to go hire a photographer. So what I was going to say is at least have a good, solid headshot. And guys, I know you never look better than when you're wearing a tux, but unless you're a magician, don't wear a tux in your LinkedIn picture. I just try to tell them that all the time. And just keep it professional and open. Just kind of who you are and what you do, but don't try to go too overboard on that. But also make sure you don't just use a snapshot that you crop somebody out of and there's still a hand on your shoulder or something because you're like
classic
this.
Shoulder shot. Yeah.
The shoulder shot. Avoid that. So that's important.
Okay, and then what are some areas where potentially we could go wrong, or even profiles that you've seen where it's this maybe just isn't right?
Well, back to the photos really quick. You'll get 21 times more exposure if you have a photo. So I've had people who are on LinkedIn who don't have a photo. They're like, oh, I don't want to mess with that. I don't have a photo. Well, it's not effective. It kind of looks like subconsciously maybe you're hiding something, I think. So have a photo. That's one thing. Two is to make sure that your description of yourself is not just your job title, particularly if you have a job title that not everybody understands, right? Like for me, though, I just tell you what I do, not what I am. My title is owner or principal of AGPR, right? Well, that doesn't mean anything to anybody, but what I am is a PR guy and a speaker and a writer. I list what I do. It makes me more searchable, and it's a lot easier for people to identify who you are and what you do quickly.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And are there any changes that we've noticed on LinkedIn that we should be aware of?
There's a lot of changes going on. The look and feel of it is a lot simpler now. They're cleaning up the design. It's a lot more intuitive. You'll see too that it also kind of has an algorithm that identifies people you're looking at and recommends other people that you're looking at that you might want to network with. Some people don't like that. You can adjust your privacy settings and your search settings so those things can shift to a way you like it the best. Okay,
and this is something that I always wonder, do we add people who are outside of our network or outside of our field of expertise?
That's a great question. I get those a lot, and I tend to shy away from people I don't know, particularly if it's clearly they're trying to sell me something.
Okay.
I get that a lot, but if it's
spam?
A little spammy, yeah. But if there's people that are kind of in my circle or my line of work, and in my line of work I like to work with a variety of people, I'll usually give them a shot. And if they start spamming me right away, there's ways to deal with that.
Okay, and then before we leave, what is the most important part of a LinkedIn page?
I tell people the About section is really important. That's a little paragraph about you, and some people it's just a dry dissertation of I can do this, 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 and this. I like to make it a conversation like I'm talking to you. It's like, Belinda, this is what I do and what I do for my clients, and this is what I'm passionate about. If you can convey the passion you have for your line of work, that's half the battle on getting a new job or networking or getting new clients or meeting new people.
Well, and if you love what you do, that excitement's going to shine through.
Absolutely. Look at me.
Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate all those tips.